Happiness is to know the Savior, living a life within His favor, having a change in my behavior. Happiness is the Lord. Happiness is a new creation, Jesus and me in close relation, having a part in His salvation. Happiness is the Lord. Real joy is mine, no matter if the teardrops start.
I found the secret.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. This is Concerned Christians Outreach, inviting you to be partaker of the kingdom of God. God has asked me to tell you, to remind you, that Jesus Christ is coming the second time to come and take His anointed people to His everlasting kingdom. But God wants every one of us to be in this kingdom. He knows what is going to happen to the remaining people on the earth after Jesus Christ might have taken His own anointed people to His everlasting kingdom. That is why He has sent us out to minister unto you, to change your ways, to improve on your ways, so that you might be in Jesus' everlasting kingdom. But it is not going to be on a platter of gold. The way you manage your home, the way you manage your marriage will be scrutinized. And if you make it, then you are lucky. If I make it, then I'm lucky. Then it means I will be with Jesus Christ in His everlasting kingdom. For every week we will be talking on topics that will improve your home management and my home management, and that can help you, and that can improve your relationship with Jesus Christ. Today, we have a special topic that is good for the marriage relationship. This is a topic that if I and you think about it and work on it, it may probably improve our relationship with Jesus Christ. The topic is, who truly should come first in a marriage relationship? Is it the wife or the mother-in-law? Are you laughing at this topic? Yes. I know you will laugh, but remember, most broken homes, if you look at the root cause of those homes breaking, the mother-in-law will be involved. And which mother-in-law exactly? We are talking about the mother of the husband. The mother of the husband. And we also have the mother of the wife. But in most cases, the mother of the wife is not as turbulent or as troublesome or uncooperative as some mother-in-laws are. I am one of those. I am a mother-in-law as well. And I'm going to see where this topic affects me and see what amendments, what changes I can make to make matrimonial homes of my children to be better. As I said the topic is who truly should come first in a marriage relationship. Is it the wife or the mother-in-law? We all know that God established the institution of marriage. He established the institution of marriage. And when he established it, he gave a very important instruction. And this we can read in the first book of Moses, called Genesis, chapter 2, verse 24. Therefore shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they become one flesh. That is the instruction of God about marriage. The man and the wife should come together. The man should leave his parents. That is God's instruction. Now, where in this instruction is the mother-in-law placed? Nowhere. And what happens is that when you visit or when you attend a marriage ceremony, what is common for you to notice is that the groom and the bride will show happiness, love for each other. People who are present, the parents, friends, all of them too will exhibit happiness. But there is one person there who may possibly not be fully happy. And who is that? That is the mother of the groom. It is not in all cases, not everybody, but some mothers of the groom. The mother of the groom looks at the wife jealously, thinks in her mind, is this the person who is going to take away my child from me, who is going to snatch my child from me? A child that I have been nurturing right from the womb. Is she not going to be more important to my son? From that point, jealousy comes in. From that point, hatred comes in. But we thank God that we have some mothers-in-law who are not like this. But it is very common among mothers-in-law who do not enjoy blissful marriage. Mothers-in-law who are mostly single parents. You know, even the mother-in-law who is still married, when she sees her son and his wife exhibiting love, she becomes jealous because she does not experience that type of love. Now, the question is now, as I've said, a sort of rivalry now. Wife too will be looking at the mother-in-law and say, thank God, I'm taking my husband, I'm taking our son away from her. But this is a very serious situation. This topic is highly debatable. But the establishment of marriage institution by God does not give room for the mother-in-law to be the first person in that relationship. You know, when God created man, he created man in his own image, and he wants us to obey. So that means that it is not the mother-in-law who should take priority in a marriage relationship. Who then should take? It is God. God first. It is when a couple puts their relationship in the care of God, makes God the first person in their relationship, that their marriage will stand. After that, it is the husband. Because God makes the husband the head of the new home. Now you can look at 1 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 3. It reads, but I want you to know that the head of every man is Christ, as the head of the woman is man. So the man comes next to God in a marriage relationship. After that, it is the wife, not the woman, not the mother-in-law. What you are saying is not that because you are married, you should forget your parents. Remember that when God established this institution of marriage, he sets responsibilities for each person that makes the home. He sets up responsibilities for the man who is the husband, and says the man is the head of the home, and also the chief priest, and other responsibilities is to provide for the home and for the wife as well. Then the next person is the wife. God said, I will make somebody who will be like him, who will be a helper. God did not talk about the mother in this case. The helper who will be like him. That is the position of the woman. Then God sets up responsibilities for the children. For the children, that the children should take care of their parents, especially at old age. So I believe you are not misunderstanding me. That I'm saying that once you are married, you forget your parents. No. But what we have in Ephesians 5, verse 29, is that the man should love his wife, for no man ever yet hated his own flesh, but nourisheth and cherisheth it, even as the Lord the church. So, the concern of a young couple, this concern of a groom who are just wedded, is for him to know how he's going to build his home. How he's going to build his home. And the first person on whom his home will rest on is God. So it is God that is the first person in the home. You must also note that the mother love of the child, of the husband. She breastfed the child, the husband. She did everything for her, for him. So the mother is the first love that this man knows in his life. But there are some mothers that immediately they have a male child, they make up their mind. This boy will not marry from this place. This child, I will not allow him to marry this one. I will not allow him to do this thing. I will not allow him to do this thing. I don't think your childhood, the groom, has the responsibility to take care of you as a mother-in-law. Same thing happens to your daughter-in-law. But too much from your daughter-in-law. Don't think your daughter is your own child, but it is her duty to take care of you. So, mothers-in-law, don't be annoyed. Don't feel jealous. It is what God has instituted. It's happening. That the man should leave his father and mother. He should leave his father and mother. Then what happens when he cleaves to his wife? And then they become what? They become one flesh. So, my dear mothers, my dear listeners, if you are a mother-in-law, please take it easy. God has made provision for your son to take care of you, because it is the duty that God gives every child to take care of his parents, especially at old age. And then, you see, even if we read Ephesians 5, verses 22 to 25, You know what? What is there is for women, for wives to submit to their husbands. To submit to their husbands. This does not mean, it's not the same as saying, wives, submit to your mother-in-law. He said, submit yourself unto your husbands as unto the Lord. So we as mother-in-law should be satisfied with the care our children give us. We should be satisfied. Let us forget that we have labored. What is happening to them? What is happening to your son getting married is what God has arranged for every male child. You know, when you have a female child, you continue to pray that God should provide a husband for her. So what is happening is not by your child's design at all. It is not by your child's design. If your child leaves you, cleaves to his wife, it's not, don't say he is proud. Some will even say, I have a flat in my building. Bring your wife, come and live in this flat. Are you telling us that you are turning the husband to mommy's boy? Mommy's boy that refuses to cut away from the mother's apron. But you know, by creating problems, by even your son too, there are some sons who find it difficult even to talk to their mothers. Even when he really sees the mother pestering the life of the wife, instead of talking, he will keep quiet. He will pretend as if he doesn't see what is going on. And it is for two things. One, he would not like to offend his wife, because the wife will say he is supporting his mother. Two, he will be afraid of his mother. He will remember the care the mother has given him right from the womb up to that stage. And being his first love, that love will overshadow him at that time, and he will not be able to say anything. So, to conclude, I would like to bring out some arguments some people have which may be relevant to our topic of today. Some people say, why are you talking of a mother-in-law? The children should come first in a marriage ceremony, in a marriage relationship. And you ask why. He says you cannot trust a woman. You cannot trust a woman because a woman can come and go. Can go at any time. Come back, go. But your children are your bloodline and they cannot fight you. That is it. So some people say after God, the husband, it is the children. Some people argue that it should be God, husband, son, parents. Then some say the mother, then the children. Some say Everybody is on the same platform. Then some, so you can see the different arguments people have about who should come first in a relationship. But as a Christian, it is God first. God should come first. You, that man, it is God first, then your wife, your children, and every other member of the family. This is a very argumentative topic, and wherever you belong to, I want you, as a Christian, to see God as the first person in a relationship. Because it is when you see God as the first person in a relationship, it is then that your home is going to be a happy one. Thank you.
Happiness is to know the Savior, living a life within His favor, having a change in my behavior. Happiness is the Lord. Happiness is a new creation, Jesus and me in close relation, having a part in His salvation. Happiness is the Lord. Real joy is mine, no matter if the teardrops start.
I found the secret. It's Jesus in my heart.
Happiness is to be forgiven, living a life that's worth a living, taking a trip that leads to heaven. Happiness is the Lord. Happiness is the Lord. Yes, happiness is